The pitfall of passionate happiness. The Sun perceives that happiness derived from material magnificence is contaminated by the mode of passion. The Gita explains that there are three kinds of happiness the conditioned soul experiences. The happiness derived from passionate action is that which in the beginning may be just like nectar but at the end is just like poison. Such temporary, sensory enjoyment is pursued by those focused on personal gratification. My father once noted, "Luxury fades. Look at former celebrities desperately chasing youth and relevance." This observation highlights how material pleasures, no matter how refined or expensive, inevitably disappoint because they cannot satisfy the soul's deeper needs for meaning, connection, and transcendence. The passionate happiness that characterizes much of contemporary culture follows predictable patterns: initial excitement about new acquisitions, experiences, or achievements, brief satisfaction while novelty remains, gradual habituation and boredom, renewed seeking for the next source of stimulation. This cycle prevents individuals from discovering the more stable happiness that comes through spiritual development and genuine service. The wisdom of spiritual indifference. The Sun stands above material attractions as one whose activities of self-realization are night for persons materially absorbed. Materialistic people, being asleep to self-realization, dream of varieties of sense pleasure while perpetually suffering happiness and distress. The Sun, however, is always indifferent to materialistic happiness and distress, and continues his spiritual activities undisturbed by material reaction. This spiritual indifference should not be confused with callousness or lack of compassion. Rather, it represents freedom from being controlled by external circumstances. When one's happiness depends on material conditions, wealth, health, relationships, achievements, one becomes vulnerable to constant anxiety about gaining and maintaining these conditions. Spiritual indifference means finding a source of peace and contentment that remains stable regardless of changing circumstances. Contemporary examples include individuals who maintain equanimity during economic downturns, health challenges, or social difficulties because their sense of identity and purpose comes from sources deeper than material security. This doesn't mean ignoring practical responsibilities, but rather maintaining perspective about what truly matters for genuine well-being.